I hope you're doing well. It is September 7th, 2025. And we're going to check in with Spirit, see what storyline they'd like to share with us. Storyline for the collective, please, Spirit. Storyline for the collective. All right. In the central energy, tower. Somebody's in a tower. Who the F-U-C-K does she think she is? A masculine said this morning. In the challenge position, the fruits of your labor. They're challenged by the fruits of your labor. Your reward, your life of luxury, your life of peace. You're self-sufficient. You can take care of yourself. And they're in a tower because you did not let them in. They need to latch on to your life in order to get out of this tower. In the subconscious, you're financially stable. They're so mad that you don't need them. You know, they like to project themselves as an authority, as necessary, and all they bring to the table is destruction and need and greed. It's weird. You don't need that kind of crap in your life. We got justice. The law of cause and effect. What they have put upon you and you endured is coming back to them. They put you in a tower, the tower is coming back to them. You withstood the tower, you remained stable, and now you're getting justice. These ones like to do things with reverse psychology. Well, you managed it just fine. They did not think you would. Lovers. Strength of two together. So you could have a union, whether it be in spirit or in the flesh. Take it as it resonates. You are energetically tied with somebody. Aligned. Your values are similar. Intentions, expectations. King of Wands. He's got himself a team. Queen of Swords, telling the truth. You're out here telling the truth about things. And they're like, who the F does she think she is? Well, she's clear-minded. Got her boundaries up. Telling the truth. She's independent and wise. So we've got a Knight of Cups wanting to come in with a proposal. Mr. Romance in the environment. Temperance. You're balanced, you're stable. This could be a romantic proposal that's coming in for you. Somebody's in a tower, they know that this is happening, they want to infiltrate it. They want to disturb it. We've got the Star. Temperance, Star is who you are. And the outgoing energy. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is what that is. Somebody has lost everything. Somebody's feeling real insecure. because there's preparations being made for you to manage this 10 of freaking Pentacles. It's yours. You've got strong boundaries here. You're very strong. And God is bringing about a painful ending to these people. This devil, for what the devil did to the Empress here. The truth is out about the foundation, about the conflict on the foundation. They were doing a passion project trying to get your 9 cups. But you're going to get real love and you're moving on. High Priestess is the abundance. And that's you. You're the freaking High Priestess, Temperance Angel, Star. Empress. High Priestess, Temperance Angel, Star, Empress. And the devil came up hard against you, and the truth is out. Who the F-U-C-K does she think she is? Well, she's an Empress, High Priestess, Temperance Angel, Star. She's getting her life of luxury. She's financially independent. She's based in the truth. That's all she speaks is the truth. You got these people that are out there addicted to her and the suffering energy and whatever it is that they could steal from her, but she's getting it back. And they're so mad that she's getting it back. God is giving her back what belongs to her. These guys brought battle to the territory of a woman, a high priestess, empress, woman who tells the truth. These people are shady brutalizers, and she hears them, she probably sees them, she knows what they're doing, and they tried to destroy her because they wanted the foundation. They didn't want this devil didn't want this mother operating the foundation. This high priestess who wields the truth, who knows the truth about their perversion and all the nasty shit they do. So they were fighting with her to command these 9 of Cups, and they were using this passion project, intimacy, with a lie. You're leaving it behind, High Priestess, and you're taking that abundance with you. Very swiftly, very quickly, that magician or those who've been doing magic against you are getting separated out from your reward. It all belongs to you. Page of Wands. We got limitless potential and freedom. Your research and new beginnings. Some folks are getting disconnected due to the history of their actions. King of Swords is completing a 10 of Wands burden. He's putting it to rest. He's putting it to rest. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, they know the truth. It's out here. We've got an Empress, High Priestess, Temperance Angel, Star. The devil tried to bury her and steal what belongs to her or him. Take it as it resonates with genders. It's all energy. But you've got this devil out there who's having a tower and wondering who the F-U-C-K does she think she is, because God's giving her back what belongs to her. These thieves, these whores, calling themselves men, which I don't think they are. Whatever entity is in that flesh suit is not a man. And if it is, they have completely defiled the reputation of the Most High God, whose representation they wear. And what they've been doing with that flesh suit, the hands, the phallus, the mouth, the energy against Arcana, who didn't do anything, is not acceptable. They have failed as men. They have failed as men. Protectors, foundation keepers, making a safe place for the children who are coming up to rule after them. I don't think they ever thought they were going to die. I really thought they were going to absorb the life force essence of everybody, and they were just going to have this realm all to themselves forever. That's truly what I think. And they're really mad because they're losing it to the high priestess, empress, temperance, angel, star. And it's not because she's demanding it. It's because God's giving it back. Over a year ago, I'll stand by while you find what you lost. So it's like everything that they took from her is coming back. It's being located and it's being reclaimed. And you've got a whole lot of generations out here who truly thought that this wealth belonged to them. And it just didn't. And they're mad. Who the F does she think she is? Well, she's somebody who did not steal anything. She's a manifester. A high priestess, empress, temperance, angel, star who heals and manifests abundantly. That's who she is. These guys just want to take it from her. But they're getting a tower and a 5 of Pentacles. Ouija board. Those who use the Ouija board, or that this system of using the spirits to do dirty deeds to good people, they're in a tower. They're challenged by your reward, your 9 of freaking Pentacles. Justice is being served. You're a giant. You shine brighter. Your essence is bigger. Your presence. You're a high vibing, high level being, star being here in a flesh suit. You're a high priestess, empress, temperance angel, star, a giant. This foundation is yours. These ones, a while back, it said, Spirit said that these ones they stole. They were allowed to stay to collaborate, but then they gave everything a twist and they separated a couple of people and then took the land and turned it into a battlefield. And they're doing that again. And right now they're trying to say that they got to tighten everything down. They got to destabilize the whole world, and that's what's happening now because they want to take over and they want to do some kind of a dictatorship with the high priestess, empress, temperance, angel, stars, land, territory. You've got a narcissist, probably many of them here, fighting with each other right now over who gets to possess the wealth of this feminine. But God happens to be here too and delivering justice, giving it all back to the Divine Mother. It's a promise. Cause and effect. You will get what you deserve. Whatever you put out into the world is coming back to you. Your intentions will be your gift. And if you intended for this feminine, this divine, beautiful mother figure to fall and to stumble and to beg you for what it is that she is, you're mistaken, man. You're mistaken. It didn't happen in the previous cycle. She rose up shining brightly. She is this big thing that you don't even know what it is because you thought you exterminated her kind. Devil. Competition. Compa-freaking-tition. So you've got the power of 3 coming against the loyalty and dedication of 2. Closed loop power center. And then you've got these devils out there with the power of 3, the power of 5, the power of 10, however many you can get in the sack. That means more power, more power. Well, it doesn't work that way with the duo. They have a closed loop of power, and they operate in the truth. They're not sneaky about it at all. Martyr. So there's somebody here, this devil that's in a tower. They're using the Ouija board here. They're in competition with the Lovers, and we've got King of Wands and Martyr. Their intention is to martyr this King of Wands. Queen of Swords is here with the truth. They want this King of Wands out of here. He's delivering justice. He's right there with God. He could be a Temperance Angel star also. His partner here, his lover partner, could be the High Priestess, Empress, Temperance Angel star. So there's location. Queen of Swords, location. She's got clear boundaries. It could be a hidden location. She might know the location of something that is hidden. We've got a Knight of Cups. Mr. Romance. What's going on with Mr. Charming? And his proposal. What's going on with that? Absent. This is an absent father. An absent masculine. Somebody that fathers children and then makes himself absent. He's coming in with some cups, targeting a Temperance Angel. Mr. Romance will be made absent. Wise guy. So you got Temperance, you got Balance, and Wise guy. You're finding meaning with the Wise guy. You're bringing moderation to the Wise guy. You're bringing a sensibility to this Wise guy. The Star is here, a healer. You're a healer. Privilege. Privilege. So, spiritual fortune, privilege, and then we've got 5 of Pentacles. Peace. Somebody has no peace. They've been defeated by your peace. Religion. Didn't want to do any damn thing. They weren't willing to settle down or create. They just wanted to siphon from this mother figure and then enjoy the things. This mother figure, it's time for her to come back. She's the Empress, High Priestess, Star, Temperance Angel, and it's time for her to come back. She is this creative person, and she survived these vanity, these people who were playing a role, pretending that they were anything other than a devil. So we've got visitation. Visitation, it could be that somebody might visit for a service. Somebody needs a service. You might visit somebody to provide a service. We've got optimism here. You're optimistic about the future. We've got these drivers of this tribe. Whatever tribe this is, they're getting a new compass for their entertainment. They want a new pathway for their entertainment. They're being given a new pathway. We've got something prophesied regarding the home defense. The home is defended against puppetry, bringing hardship, expecting to replace them. So they cannot curse your land, your home, your business, yourself. You're an important body here. And we've got an explorer playing around. They want to be you. They're using their academics to be perfectly, like they are exact edge definition is what they call it. They've been taught how to behave as a sovereign being once they take them to the grave. But guess what? You survived. You survived those who are addicted to your energy, to your services, and you are here now on the spiritual throne. And you're creating changes. You're a wholesome person creating changes here. This could be happening in the spirit. It might not be happening here in the 3D, but what you see in the 3D right now is somebody, a masculine and probably several, at war with each other to see who's going to come out on top and possess the wealth of this High Priestess, Empress, Temperance Star. She's got a Wise guy right up here in her business. A privileged Wise guy. They want the privilege of this Temperance Angel, High Priestess, Empress. There's a backstory. Congratulations. The people that were horseplaying around with the evermore marriages are getting disconnected from the innocent. They were disconnecting the innocent in order to bring conflict and drama. This snake has been observed, and you are forgiven because you are the conscientious arcana. And regardless of the illusions or the lies that they told, it's very obvious that these actors and actresses were playing a role and fighting with you. You who did nothing except care about yourself and your purpose. They haunted you. This witch haunted you. And now you're being remembered, and justice is being poured forth on those who were pretending to be you, because you are shining brightly as the high priestess, empress, temperance star. It's you. It can't be, it can't be denied. So there is an appearance here. Your work is making an appearance. Whatever work that you have been doing is showing up clearly. You loved your ancestry. You helped them. They came to you when they needed leadership, and you gave it to them. And now this kin are afraid because they're being watched by invisible people. All the curses that they laid upon you are back upon them and their limited perception. So yeah, we've got men. There's literal these absent fathers. They complain about the irresponsibility of the mother, and then they go out and they create children, and then they disrupt and destabilize the foundation and won't even help the mother buy diapers or food or anything for that child. And then they run around in their three-piece suits complaining that the whole world is irresponsible when it's them who caused it. Wearing a status of privilege that doesn't belong to them. They disrupt the lives of peaceful people. They keep them so damn busy at their 9-to-5 jobs, which turn into 12 hours, which turn into 18 hours, which turns into 7 days a week, and they can't even take care of their families. And then they say, see, you can't manage yourself. And it's like, what are you talking about? They drive people into this situation. And then they deceitfully accuse them. They're doing magic on people. They're in a tower. So they're in a tower for working with the spirits. They might be working with the spirits right now. They're in a tower. They got a sudden awareness. They're in chaos with spirits. It could be that they're having a spiritual warfare in their house or wherever, in their mind, wherever they're at, wherever they're going. So this is a cycle here. Another cycle for a South Node fire sign. South Node fire sign, something is ending and something is beginning. They're in a tower because with these spirits, so these Ouija board spirits. You've got your life of luxury. You're a giant. It's seen very clearly who you are. You've got the energy of a goddess. That's what they were saying last night. Your energy is the energy of a goddess. And these ones were feeding on you for your whole life. You probably didn't know what it felt like to be alive. You probably maybe have had some negative thoughts, some low energy. All magically done, darling, so that they could siphon it and then feast on it. And you would never know that you're this high-vibing, high priestess, empress, temperance, angel, star. Peaceful. They were trying to martyr you again. They still are. They're in the 3D now. So this stuff has been going on in the spiritual realms and the astral realms. And now you've got a desperate attempt to destroy everything in the 3D so that, they don't want you to have the land. So they're going to commit war. They're going to commit upheaval. They're going to try to gather as many of these men around them that agree that the woman's place is in the house, and how dare she be what she is, a high priestess, empress. They don't want to have to hear what you have to say. Who the F do you think they are? Says the wise guy. This person of privilege. They can't stand you. This is an absent father. He's not responsible, but he wants to control everything about you and accuse you of being irresponsible. It's so stupid. The ego on this masculine is disgusting. They're about trickery, war, theft, and they come after beautiful, smiling, happy people that actually produce something worthwhile in the world. Freaking wise guy. Freaking wise guy. So they're a narcissist. You've got your life of luxury here. You're in this limelight position, and you're saying, look, you're showing the whole world that this narcissist is too full of themselves. This wise guy wants to come in and destroy you because they want this status of privilege. They want to destroy the mother because they don't feel that she deserves to have what she needs in order to nurture the creation that comes forth from her. They want to take it all, give her a child, and then not even bother buying diapers or giving them a solid foundation that's happy and stable, where they can learn and focus on being the best versions of themselves. Cruel. Thief. Thinking they're wise because they have this magic and these spirits that work with them. So justice is the law of cause and effect. Justice is promised by an air sign. By an air sign to an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So in the recent past, we've got the strength of two together in competition, or having somebody there trying to compete with them. Health. Something's going on with the health. They want to affect the health of this King of Wands. They want to martyr this King of Wands. Third party. This is 3 men. So in this union here, there's 3 men. 2 of the men want to martyr the King of Wands. Queen of Swords is communicating something. It could be that she's communicating something from a hidden location. She's got clear boundaries up. Hidden location, communication. She could be communicating about somebody's location. We've got a Knight of Cups here. Mr. Romance, absent father. Divorce. Experiencing, they're being evicted, they're being divorced out. Mr. Romance, absent father, is getting a divorce. We've got balance or temperance here from the wise guy. The wise guy will be traveling soon. Balance is being restored. The wise guy is traveling soon. Sensibility is being restored. The star is here, a healer. Somebody who rejuvenates life, who brings peace. You bring health, well-being, a sense of peace. This wise guy fears your status of privilege. They're very, very angry. Who the F-U-C-K do you think you are? They're saying. They're very mad. You're cutting them off. You don't want to have anything to do with these ones. Intimacy. Intimacy is a privilege. It's not a freaking game that you use to do magic and hurt people with. These people have been defeated by your peace. They can't get into the energies of multiple people and shake up the biofield with this corrupted energy signature. It's a privilege to be intimate with somebody. This isn't a freaking orgy. This isn't a brothel. The earth isn't a freaking brothel. At least the sacred space of this divine feminine isn't. We've got patience in the reverse. So somebody's been defeated by your peace. And we've got patience in the reverse. This card says just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. But it's in the reverse. So it's like peace is happening now. And they have been defeated because peace is happening now. You're at peace now. We got some spies here doing love spells. But you are protected from the challenges that they want to bring you with date night. They want you to give it time, to give them time. And the answer is no, because you're telling these gold diggers to move on. They just want to take part in the territory. They want to take part in the value of the soul that is this freaking divine feminine. Empress, High Priestess, Temperance, Angel, Star. Move on. They're not worthy. They don't want to have children. They're absent fathers. They don't want to invest in a family tree and genealogy. So they're getting divorced. Now. They're getting divorced now. It's like we're not being patient with this. It's happening now. We're moving into peace now. They're angry because these masculines, they're bisexual. There's 3 of them here. They want to martyr this King of Wands, who may very well be with you. He may very well have chosen. It could be that in the past they did martyr a King of Wands, that maybe he got distracted and got involved in this thing. Had a health issue where he was martyred by his friends here. And it could be that he's back to deliver justice. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Lost. So there's a tower here, and we got the Ouija board. So there's a tower here for the spirits, or for somebody who's working with the spirits, or maybe their attempt to use the Ouija board brought them a tower. This is a South Node fire sign repeating a cycle they have lost. They're challenged because you're coming into this 9 of Pentacles, a life of luxury, and you're a giant in the limelight here. And it's very obvious that they're a narcissist and too full of themselves. They broke all their promises. So they could have been working with spirits and promising them something, and they broke their promises. So now there's a tower happening. Justice is being promised by an air sign. Air could also mean spiritual realm, or it's just a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's a promise. Law of cause and effect is promised to an air sign who is unable to free themselves from the tangled web that they got. So we've got a South Node fire sign. We have an air sign who's tangled up in this web of fire. They could be getting burned. They burned each other. There's no trust. There's no honor amongst thieves. We've got the lovers here, and we've got competition and health. So these ones wanted to affect the health of everybody by martyring them. And I really feel that a lot of this wasn't just an out-and-out suicide or a red rum. It was toxic in the food, in the medicines, in the mental body. This software being driven through the receiver of the mind. You've got your organic, original people who these ones thought were a myth because they thought they had exterminated you all, but you're still here. They were in competition with the power of two, that closed loop circle of privileged intimacy. This high priestess, empress, temperance angel star deserves a partner who is going to keep that loop closed, who is going to protect the purity and the potency of this energy. You know, but you got some wise guy in here wanting to put a child in that womb and then vacate, make themselves absent. There's a freaking divorce. These people are full of neglect. So they're in competition. They neglected their health. There's a King of Wands martyred by this sexual lifestyle. It could be that they neglected their health and got some kind of a dis-ease. They could have been martyred by many flames. Many flames. So you got these two fellas here who are in competition with marriages. They target the feminine. They go in. They want to paint her up. They want to lure her in every way possible. And they use love spells and magic and dream magic and, you know, infiltration into the energy field without permission. And they lay stuff in there which does things. They were in competition with this lover. They didn't want you to have a closed loop circle of power, so they brought you in. They could have defiled the energy of your feminine. Then we got not paying attention to what was important. You might have got distracted, and there may have been a martyring. A King of Wands may have martyred somebody thinking they were a third-party hoe bag. I think that's what happened. These two men, they did some love spell, sexual magic, and they laid it upon the partner here. And it affected the health. They were trying to affect the health of this union. And somebody wasn't paying attention. They got distracted. Could have been this King of Wands martyred somebody thinking that they were a third-party hoe bag. Many flames, just dime a dozen. And they could be crushed right now. They might have found out the truth. She survived this conquest. That wasn't even it, because I know these guys, they harvest energy, they putrefy the energy, and then they lay it back on innocent people so that they appear as that. Empty cup. Your cup isn't empty. You're communicating the truth. Your cup isn't empty. Your cup is full of truth regarding this romantic endeavor, these absent fathers who worship divorce or who are getting divorced. Who the F does she think she is? They're angry. They're so angry. You're telling the truth about their shit. Just another notch in the headboard. A dime a dozen. They don't respect you at all. You're the freaking high priestess, empress, temperance angel star, man. And they treated you like trash. They covered you in the blame of their own putrid crap. It looks like you got martyred. You're a temperance angel, and this wise guy is going to be traveling soon. Their life is falling apart. They could be trying to bring ruin to this 3D space. They might want to try to destroy as many flesh temples as possible while maintaining their own so that they can continue to play king or whatever. You're a star, a healer, a rejuvenator, and it's a privilege to be intimate with you. These people treated you like they prostituted your energy. It's a privilege to be intimate with you, and we've got temptation here. It's a temptation. You've got all kinds of wise guys and gals out there. Maybe you were tempted by the snake. Somebody's been defeated by your peace, and patience is in the reverse. There's no more need to be patient. It's happening now. You're at peace. You're tired, you're emotionally exhausted from dealing with everything, and you deserve a break now. There's no more need for patience. It's happening now. You're leaving. You're leaving the crazy drama behind. These childish masculines made life very, very difficult for you. You struggled, and now you have an exit plan. You're leaving, and they need to face it. They're drowning here in the secrets of their games with love. They're having anxiety about their needs not being met. They were drawing off of you. They have a long road to go before they get what they want. There's never going to be another you. They need forgiveness. They're guilty, and they're looking for an escape. They want to use your love and your kind and generous heart. They want you to turn the other cheek and say, oh yes, do it again. And you're not going to do that. You're fierce and aggressive in this regard. You are the high priestess, empress, temperance angel star, and you've been kicked around like a prostitute energetically by these wise guys, these devils. They did not see this coming, and they're grieving over this. Their life is falling to pieces. They're here alone in the dark, crumbling at a distance because they made your life hard. You're a shining diamond. And now they're reaching, trying to connect with your love, but you're like, no, man, because your relationship with these weed seeds is ending. Who the F does she think she is? Well, she's somebody who doesn't want to deal with you. So why are you here astral projecting into her house, having conversations with your bro hoes about her energy, her life, her self-sustaining and stable life? Why are you so obsessed when she doesn't want to know you? She doesn't know you. Never knew you. And obviously they never knew her. So they really feel that they have an opportunity to trap this energy again. They're hounding, harassing. They really feel that their technology and their forbidden magic will get them the opportunity to obtain this energy once more. They're in a tower with the spirits or for using spirits. This is a South Node fire sign, repeating another cycle. They lost. And they're bound to their commitments, their curses. They're challenged by your Nine of Pentacles life of luxury and the fact that you're in the limelight. You're getting recognition, and people can see that this narcissist broke their promises. They didn't keep any promises that they ever made. They're overloaded and overwhelmed by this. This narcissist is broken. They're overloaded and overwhelmed. They broke your spirit, but they could not, and they broke your heart, but they could not steal your soul or your vital force, your connection to source. Justice is being served here. There's a promise of the law of cause and effect. They will get what they deserve. There's an air sign here. Unable to free themselves from a sticky situation. They hurt you. We've got a promise here, some kind of an assurance. There's a promise. They won't be able to free themselves from this sticky situation. That's the law of cause and effect. They created a web for you. They cursed you. They made all kinds of commitments in this new cycle. They're trying to lay it on you. They want to swap positions with you. They're out there. Who the F-U-C-K does she think she is? This is their work. This should be their reward. The divine stated that their intention will be their gift. Your intention is peace. High Priestess, Empress, Temperance, Star. You want to have a family. The strength and loyal, devoted union. Raising children who shine brightly for generations to come. Peacefully. That take, intimate union as a privilege, as a beautiful exchange, a closed loop honor. And this is ridiculous. So you got these bros here, these two bros out there. They prefer each other. These are two bros in competition with a man and a woman. So you've got these. It's exactly what it is. They're upset because they neglected their health. There's something wrong with their health. They fell into a trap. We've got separated. They're being separated from the people who actually love themselves. We got a King of Wands. It could be that the King of Wands is martyring the third-party hoe bags that have been crushing many flames. I think that's probably what this is. Because you've got this King of Wands is here. His partner could be the High Priestess, Empress, Temperance, Angel, Star. And somebody, these two masculines have been in competition with he and his partner. They neglected their health. We got trap, separation, and self-love. Now, these competitions, they don't want you to have an influence in the world. They don't want people to hear you speak about union between a man and a woman. They want everybody to think differently about intimacy. They don't want it to be seen as a privilege, as a sacred connection. They want just frivolous, whatever, profit-making, relationship kind of stuff. But it could be that this King of Wands, rather than getting involved with these other two over there, it could be that he's martyring them because of what they've been doing to many other flames. Justice, fury, and we've got justice. We've got furious over the injustice. Many flames. This King of Wands is furious over the injustice. These ones have been martyring. Oh, he's martyring these third parties that have been competing with a man and a wife, trying to disrupt their union and their life and their ability to have children. That's what that King of Wands is doing. He's made a promise to deliver justice. He's made a promise that they will not free themselves from the web that they wove. They are bound and committed because they lost. Ooh. They're burned. They're burned. That's like recycled. They're getting recycled. I mean, literally, I think that there is a flaming, and it's not for the healers this time. It's not for the women who gather herbs and use them to heal. It's not for the wise women. It's not for divine feminine this time. He knows the truth. Queen of Swords is here with the truth. It could be that she's got a hidden location. She's communicating. She's communicating. We've got empty, but it's in the reverse. Her cup isn't empty. There's a network. So she could be communicating with people, a network of people whose cup isn't empty. Somebody's in a nightmare. Somebody's alone in a nightmare, going through withdrawals, stressed out. Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance, an absent father. We've got divorce and just another notch in the headboard. They weren't the real deal, man. There's evidence of it, and they're being confined. Divorced. And confined from, stopped from having a family and enjoying the benefits of their labor. Dudes! I'm not talking about two-spirited regular folk. I'm talking about those jealous little hoe bags who don't want to get along in the world. Whoa. And I've seen some stuff, so, but I won't mention it because I just don't want to. So yeah, these absent fathers, they come in, they get somebody pregnant, they marry them, and they get somebody pregnant to tap into that spiritual bank account, energy, all this, and then they drain it. They're being stopped from having a family. Or they were stopping people from having a family by doing that. These third parties were going in there, getting somebody who was destined for this. They'd step in, pretend that they were that because they were reading cards, doing divination on them, looking at their life path. So they'd sneak their little selves in as this little wise guy. They'd be like, "Hey, angel, I like you." And you'd be like, "Oh, this is the one. This is Mr. It." Well, no, Mr. It, he's got to go away because he's not it. And his life is falling apart to make room for the love that you deserve. They're so mad. Who the F do you think you are? You're somebody who survived. They're prostituting your energy from a distance and then creating stories about you and your life with their copycats that were dressing up in that energy and doing horrific things to defile you. Dominator. Their life is falling apart to make room for the love that you deserve. They're being dominated. And they were dominating you. They were dominating you. Their life is in ruins. They're being dominated now. The Most High God has sworn justice will be served. And it's not just this is punishment. They're getting crushed. You're a star, and it's a privilege to be intimate with you. And these guys were tempted by the damn snake to go and treat you like trash, to disrespect you in the highest form. They still think they can. Yeah, leaving you alone. Tap it and then leave it. Disappointed. They were tempted. They left you alone. They treated you like you were a dime a dozen. They stopped you from having a family. They've been defeated by your peace. You don't have to be patient anymore. You deserve a break from this now. You're a high value person. You pay attention to what's going on. It's time for you to have sweet dreams. Your alliances are dealing with those who were tempted or bribed to create conflict with you. They're protesting your ideas. You've got this bright, shining white halo. You're in this yellow sun energy. You are this beautiful mind, high priestess, empress, temperance angel star. You're holy, holy, holy. The energy that's moving through you is goddess energy, God energy, the essence of the sun. These ones are so mad. They feel that you are expressing that you are better than them, holier than thou. And it's simply not the case. They are what they are. You are what you are. You're this beautiful, peaceful, abundantly manifesting, generating beauty in the world. And this is a narcissist who breaks all their promises just so they can siphon the happiness out of the generators, out of the manifestors, out of those who heal the life. They feel like they can crush them, siphon the light out of them, and then improve their own luster, and then move around like they're important, you know. They were trying to rob you of your real estate. And now they want to apologize. They want to apologize because you're just relaxed. You're relaxed and you're dreaming your dream. You're dreaming it into fruition. They want to compromise. They're feeling the mental disturbances now that they had called forth onto you with this magic. They're in a tower moment with the Ouija board, with the spirits that they've been working with. They're bound to the curses that they had called forth onto you, these contracts, and they lost. Now they want to compromise. They want to get back in your energy. They want you to make it okay because you can. You're the healer, star, temperance angel. You bring balance to everything. You harmonize everything, and then you revive it. You imbue it with this potent star energy, this sun energy that just makes it flourish. You're the blessing. These ones are in a natural disaster for trying to play with your fate, your destiny. The prideful people are having accidents. They don't know what to do because they tried to put this sweetheart in a nightmare wearing masks. They're like, oh no, what can I do? They're all stressed out because they're getting rejected. The masks aren't working. They've been trying to work hard against eternal love using this third-party hoe bag business in competition. You got your bros over there doing magic, trying to get your reward. Good news, they're going blind. They can't see you anymore. Not with this new family tree. They do see your energy, but I don't think they're able to see your future anymore. They're stubborn. They don't want to hear it. This is the end. This is the conclusion. And you're okay. You're coming into the fruits of your labor. It could be that you're the new coach. You've lived through this scenario and you've got a lot to teach regarding relationship and the value of it. The privilege of intimate connection. It's not just a frivolous thing. A lot of bad stuff can happen. So it could be that there's a collaboration with the other gifts or other people who have gifts. But we've got death of this prayer. Somebody's praying that you pass away. So there's somebody prayed you pass. They're going to now. They're getting ready. They're getting ready for death. You're getting aid, mercy, you're persevering through this strategy, and you're reaching your goals anyway, despite the history. You've got a memory, a vow. Somebody tried to make you sick about marriage, or they were sick about your marriage, so they bullied you, they cast you aside. And now it's time for you to receive care, because you have inner peace. It's like, even though they cast you away and lied on you and everything, you still made your goals. You triumphed over these indulgent people. They've lost because you have earned merit. You're a good moral human. They could not turn you into what they are. They're afraid because you're being saved. You're worth saving. They wanted you to be seen as some trollop, but you're the darn Empress, High Priestess, Temperance Angel, Star. They were trying to dominate you so that they could keep you trapped and stay attached to your mind, your energy, your this powerful supercharging energy. The Divine, the Most High, said that this is the end of their relationship with batteries. They've been siphoning your intellectual property, High Priestess, Empress, trying to discredit you with these curses. So they're in South Node. You're not in South Node. They're in a tower with these spirits, this South Node fire sign. Something's ending, something's beginning. They're entering into their fate. They're committed to these contracts of curses with these spirits. They've lost. We've got unfinished business. Whatever's going on here, they're committed to it. They're bound to it. They still want to offload it, and the way that they do that, I think, is going to be through some sort of 3D suffering sort of catastrophe. They've got to offload this karma onto other people, and I just don't know what kind of calamity they're going to come up with to do it. You've got a life of luxury coming to you. You're seen as a giant. Your energy is huge, and this narcissist broke all their promises that they made. They're overloaded, overwhelmed. They're getting desperate. They could behave in a way that is not rational. They're bound to these curses. Look, they broke all of their promises regarding their responsibilities. To family, to families. They turned it into a battlefield and said, oh, we got to go fight here. Oh, we got to go fight there. Protect, protect, protect. Rather than creating a land of peace, they decided they needed to go fight everywhere in order to have it. And it never bore fruit. And people are strange. They keep thinking this is a solution for anything, that it's solving some kind of problem. When you got proxy wars going on everywhere and people are being driven batty in their head by this magic, these curses. So justice is being served. The law of cause and effect is in promise. Everybody will get what they deserve. There's an air sign here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who there's a promise that they're unable to free themselves from a sticky situation. They've got burned. They're overwhelmed and stressed out. There's a promise for justice, law of cause and effect. There's a promise that this air sign will not unfree or free themselves from this web that they created with these curses, with these Ouija board spirits. They're stressed out. They need to offload this karmic debt. They got to do some big show somehow to get everybody emotionally and energetically involved. So you got these two men that were competing with a man and a wife. They were neglecting their health. They fell into a trap. They got separated from those who love themselves, and it's because they're unworthy. They feel they're unworthy. Maybe they feel they're unworthy. They feel they're unworthy of self-love. So they want to destroy those people who actually have it, because they don't feel they're worthy of it. So why should you have it? That's wild. So King of Wands is martyring third-party hoe bags. King of Wands is martyring third-party hoe bags. He's furious about the injustice regarding these people crushing many flames, the lives, the hearts. Oh, he's furious. Y'all are going to get wrath, man. You're getting wrath. All you had to do was be nice. Inseparable. They're inseparable now. They can't separate themselves there. It could be that this King of Wands is inseparable to his High Priestess. He's furious at the injustice. It could be that that's what they did to you. They laid this stuff on you, and it could be that you were martyred. It could be that in a past life or whatever, that they laid this magic on you and cursed you with that visual, that energetic layering. And it could have been very difficult to bust through the illusion, but it looks like it has. And this King of Wands is pissed. He's not going to separate from you at all. Queen of Swords knows the truth. Her location is hidden. She's communicating about from a cup that is not empty. She has all kinds of knowledge, all kinds of truth, and there's a whole network of people here, a friends connection, a team. She could be communicating with a team whose cup is not empty. There's a network of people here that is in disagreement. They want to tap this feminine. They want to tap this feminine. We've got a High Priestess, Empress, Temperance Angel, Star, speaking the truth in her Queen of Swords energy. These ones were defeated by her ability to maintain inner peace, even though she's extremely exhausted from dealing with the childishness of it all. Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance, absent father, getting divorced. There's just another notch in the headboard is what this fellow is all about. Just going to go tap it, tag it, drain it, do whatever I want with it. They're being stopped in their endeavor, in their practice, and they're being confined, locked out from family. They're going to be locked away from family. No, you cannot come in and disrupt the lives of these beautiful people who just want to be together and continue generational life. We're not just out here effing around, man. So they're being locked away, and we've got Chaser. They don't want to chase anymore. The Chaser doesn't want to chase anymore. They're losing their freedom for effing around with family like that. Temperance Angel, you're bringing balance, you're restoring balance here. Harmony is being restored. The Wiseguy is traveling soon. Their life is in ruins. They're being dominated, or they made mistakes trying to dominate you. Yeah, they're traveling soon. They made mistakes with their domination, or maybe they're being dominated. They're making mistakes, Mr. Wiseguy. We've got the Star here. It's a privilege to have intimate union with you. Somebody was tempted by the snake and they left you in great disappointment. Whoever this Wiseguy is, they're leaving. There's a divorce here. There he was, just another notch in the headboard, fella. And we've got unexpected outcome in the reverse. Like you may have expected this. You know that somebody might come in as a status of privilege, wanting intimate nature with you or union with you, but it could be that you know that they're tempted by the snake. You could be disappointed that they're even going for that. You know exactly what they're up to. They've been defeated by your peace. There's no need for patience anymore. This is happening now. You deserve a break. You're going to have sweet dreams because you're a high value person. And you're going to get some kind of prize here. extravagance, desire, where like your dreams, your wishes are coming true here. You've got a 9 of Pentacles. You may have like really impacted the world with your ability to maintain peaceful in this scenario. Energetically, you may not even know the impact that your energy and your ability to maintain peace within yourself has had on the cosmos. It's time. So they've been defeated by your peace. Patience in the reverse. No need to be patient. You deserve a break now. You're tired. Everybody knows it. You're emotionally exhausted from dealing with everything. You deserve sweet dreams. You're going to have them. You're a high value person. You're getting your life. And there's nothing they can do about it. It's time. They're going to be made absent from your life for their dishonesty. You never gave up. So these ones regret keeping secrets from you or being a secret. This is this reflection, this illusionist, mirror magic, whatever. They're feeling the pain from the damages that they have caused. They're getting detached. They're detached from you. They're being cut out. They're being confined from even having anything to do with the energy or the home or the landscape or anything of the families that are coming from the suns, the stars, the high priestesses, the high priest, the emperor, the empress, all these high value people. It's done for the wise guy. They want forgiveness. They want forgiveness, or maybe there's forgiveness for you because the way you love is irreplaceable. It's very obvious, regardless of what they tried to cover you in their karmic debt. You're moving into your destiny, and of course they want to sabotage that. They're feeling broken and shattered about it. They did not appreciate the beauty of you, and now it could be that they're running away because you have an understanding of how fun it was for them to work in the shadows against you, to hurt you, to destroy your potential for family, these third-party enemies. You're getting a new chapter. You're getting a new chapter, and these ones are confused because their chapter is one of neglect, and they want to escape, but they're being held back. They're holding back. You're holding back. They're being held back. They're being confined. They cannot tap or tag anybody that's a family mindset. You know, they're getting what they gave. And so are you. Your connection, your heart connection, it has been mended. It's very clear that you love yourself. You may not be what everybody thinks that you should be, but you're not playing a game. This isn't a role for you. You have to work at being peace. And it's not easy. And I'll never forget one lady that I met briefly said to me that the higher you go, the bigger the boogeyman gets. So it's like the greater your light, the greater your shadow, and you need to incorporate it. And the only way that you can do that is if you, with awareness and effort, intention. And the only intention these guys ever had was being seen as a bigwig, wise guy, wearing a fancy suit, dressing up in your mind, your energy. These prideful people don't know what to do now because the truth is out here about them daydreaming. They're guilty of daydreaming, wanting to be you, and that's the truth. They're unsatisfied. They've missed their opportunity. They can't get into your space. Whoever you're reuniting with wants to talk to you. There's passion here. Or somebody has a habitual pattern of that effing around for money. I don't know. You got a soul tie and a soul contract. That's all that it's about. These ones are soul tied. These ones are soul tied. And it's like these ones have a soul contract. And these ones are also being stopped and confined from having a family, because they're just about another notch in the headboard people. They can't do that to people. They can't go in and lure somebody's wife away or somebody's husband away and then martyr them and break up that whole entire system. It's just not going to happen anymore. That's done. Obviously, that's done. And they're all upset. Who the F does she think she is? Well, she's protecting her future. She's protecting, you know, generations to come from this kind of game, because love and life isn't a game, even though they've turned it into one. It's like wrestling mania or something. Well, we're at 1 hour and 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here. I hope that it brings clarity to something that you already intuitively knew, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.